Hey everybody, Jeff King here, coming to you with another Initial Impressions video. This time we're taking a look at Flag Dash from Piecekeeper Games. That's P-I-E-C-E, not P-A-C-E, just in case you're wondering. Flag Dash, what are you doing in Flag Dash? Well, have you ever wanted to go back to your childhood and play a little capture the flag with your old friends? That's basically what this game is all about. You're all grown up, but you've all pledged that on a certain day you're all getting together and playing capture the flag one more time. So each team, so this goes 2 to 4 players. You can play in either 2 people against each other or in teams. So each team will have 3 characters on their side. 2 will be runners and 1 will be a defender. Each character will have personal flags that can be captured, and depending on if they're a defender or a runner, the runner can capture the other team's flags and has a special ability. The defender can't capture flags and does not have their special ability. So in this game, basically a round is you're going to, each player is going to simultaneously pick and play face down their set of moves. So they'll place 2 cards face down, which of course you'll see in the video behind me at some point. And then they will pick these action tokens that you see and place those on top of them. So not only are you picking the action you want to do, but the action token, or I'm sorry, the priority token. So you pick the action cards and the priority tokens. So the priority token determines when you're going to go. So lowest number goes first. So the tokens are 1 to 7. But each token also has a potential special ability to it. So for instance, this 3 here actually allows you to play 2 different actions. The one that you reveal and one you take out of your hand. So, 1 and 2 will go before you, but if you play the 3, you're going to go relatively soon and you get 2 actions out of the deal. And you can play those 2 actions in any order. Versus something like the 4 here, again, you're waiting a little while to go, but this 4 allows you to play the action you reveal twice, and you get a boost token, which are these little guys right here, which helps you. You can spend boost tokens to move 1 space per token before or after you do your action. And they have to be acquired on a prior move. So the move you get them, you can't turn around and then spend that one right away. And each character can only have 2 tokens on it. So you got stuff like that, and then you've got, you got the 5, which you're going to go pretty late, like I said, 1 through 7, but you get to do that action 3 times. So things like that. So you're determining not only how soon you want to go, but what other abilities kind of you get with it. So are you going to be able to play that action multiple times? Are you going to be able to pull an action out of your hand? So then you pick which character you're doing that action on, and you spend the action. So you're going to be able to do things like move up, move down, move left, move right, capture a flag, either a personal flag. Like I said, each character has a personal flag on them. You can capture one of their personal flags, or capture the main flag from the other team and try to get that back. So you do that by playing this flag card. And only runners can do that. So again, you got 2 runners, 1 defender. Only runners can play the flag card. So you'll try to capture the flag. The first team to either have 1 character, 1 runner, capture 3 different flags from the other team. So one of each of their characters will win. Or if you get their flag across back to your side of the board, you win as well. Now, I mentioned that, the runners get to have special abilities. So some of those come in the form of other action cards. For instance, the 2 that I'm playing in the game you're going to see behind us, I have a lasso and a jump. So lasso, I can move somebody closer to me. Jump, I get to jump over characters and walls, where normally you can't do that. Where Megan is actually playing with extra priority tokens. So she's got her cat lady who was able to use the cat to chase off characters plus take actions. And then she had the ability to spy, which is if she plays this as her priority token, she could look at what my action is and then determine what other priority token she wants to put down because of that. So lots of little things going. You also see you got the screens, little hidden screen deal, which also has a nice like reference section on the back of it. So that's cool as well. So what you're going to do in a round is plan your move. That's when you're going to play your card and your tokens. Again, 2 action cards, 1 token for each. And then you'll go to determine move order. So you take, this is where you repeat, you go to your first move, everybody reveals their token. You determine who goes first, then you flip your action, those actions go, then you repeat that for the second. So you go to make your moves, so you do that per turn. So first move, flip your token, determine who's going first, flip the actions, do the actions, move on to the second action card. And then cleanup is basically just, grab your action cards back and move the tiebreaker token to whoever moved last that round. So basically the tiebreaker token just means if, let's say, I play my 3 and Megan played her 3 on the same card, whoever has the tiebreaker token that round is the one that would actually go first. That's pretty much it. A couple other things you're going to see. You'll see these on the board. These are tunnels. We didn't really utilize them very much, but you can use the tunnel to go to any of the other tunnels. So you can move through the tunnels. You just can't do it with a team flag. So like you can't grab the other team's flag and try to disappear down the tunnel and show up on your side and go, hey, I auto win. You can't take the flag that way. But you can use them to kind of move around the board without spending a lot of actions if you go that way. So there's a couple other, there's like a push action and a basically reset or copy action where you copy actions that have already been played. And then you always get your cards back. All your cards come back to you. What doesn't come back to you is your tokens. So as you use them, you kind of dwindle the options you have until you play that 7. And that 7 allows you, obviously you're going to kind of go last, but you're going to get all the tokens that you've spent up at that point back, including your 7. That's how you get your tokens back to kind of continue on. So you got to determine when in the game is it, at some point you either got to just play the 7 because you don't have much left going on, or you might want to think about when you're moving forward, do I need something that I've already spent for an action I want to take coming up? So I might want to spend that early to get my tokens back early. This is where I'm going to kind of get into the initial impressions of the game a bit here. Now, what you're seeing is a prototype copy. This is on Kickstarter March 2nd, I believe they're going on. So, definitely go check out the Kickstarter to see maybe if they're showing off what copies are going to look like. But there's a very small board right now. It is double-sided, so there's a couple different ways you can play the board. That's kind of cool. You got these little wall pieces. You got your meeples that actually have holes in them right now to carry the flag. That's kind of cool, at least for this copy. And you got these little individualized personal flag tokens, so you can switch those between players as they get captured. So overall, I really like this game. I've got a small set of games kind of going on right now where I can almost do a thematic night of returning to your childhood. I've got things like food fights and snowball fights and dodgeball and building tree houses and all that good stuff. So Flag Dash fits right in there. I think at some point I'm going to have to pull off that theme night and see how it goes. I think it'd be a lot of fun. It's it's programmable actions. It's that Robo Rally kind of feel. You got to do your 2 actions, and it's kind of double layered. You do your 2 actions, and then you do your priority token actions on top of it for not only how fast you're going to do your action, but something else you might get as well. And then you got to wait and see what did somebody else around the table do, and are they going to screw with your plans? Very early on, I had a plan to kind of move over and run right up the middle, and Megan played a card that moved my guy over in front of a wall, so suddenly my move up I had to pick a different character because I was facing a wall, so I couldn't move through the wall. So things like that are going to happen. So it's got that little bit of Robo Rally aspect, and I really enjoy that. I thought they did a really good job with that in here, and I like the, the guessing and the double bluff. I mean, I ended up kind of winning this particular game because I chose to play my jump because my character with jump had the flag, and so I played a very late number because I knew Megan was probably going to try to block me off, but I played my jump, so I was able to jump over her as long as she moved into place. If she didn't move into that spot, I would have been kind of screwed because there was nobody around me to jump over, so I wouldn't have been able to use my jump, so I'd have wasted an action. So lots of little things like that. I will say that for a casual player, this might be a little too much at first. It might take a few plays. I think the theme itself is very universal, right? Capture the flag. We've all kind of played capture the flag and all that stuff when we were kids. It's appealing in that aspect. But the, it's one thing to kind of get used to programmable games. It's another to get used to a double-layered programmable game. And I think there were times where that might have been a little bit overwhelming. But I think with multiple plays, you can kind of get past that. But hopefully you got to get somebody to kind of enjoy that first game without completely overwhelming them. So casual gamers might be on the fence about this one. Other than that, though, like I said, I had a really good time with this one. The rule book is pretty solid. I mean, that we got. There clearly is going to be a more upgraded rule book for the actual game. Couple little, I think, gotchas that came up during our game. It doesn't specify in the rules if two things. If you lose both of your personal flags, is that character out? Now, in regular capture the flag, they definitely would be. But it didn't specifically say in the book that I saw. And the boost tokens. You can't use them the move you get them, understand that, but can any character use their boost token? We assume so, just because the wording didn't really specify. It had to be the character that you're moving. So we allowed boost tokens to be used by any character, whether or not they were taking an action or not. Two very minor things. Two things that can easily be clarified in one or two sentences in the rule book going forward. And it definitely did not stop my enjoyment of the game by any means. So I highly enjoy this one. I highly recommend it. Again, I want to add it into my eventual collection of that theme night of going back to your childhood. I'm getting a nice collection of those games. This one fits right in with it, and it's definitely going to get added to that pile if I ever do that theme night. So Flag Dash by Piecekeeper Games. It is on Kickstarter March 2nd. Go check it out. And, again, check it out. Check out some of the other reviews, see what other people are saying. Check out the page. And if it's something you like, definitely back it because I think this is a pretty solid game. I enjoyed it all the way around. All right, so there you go, everybody. I will be back with more videos in the very near future. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll talk to you soon.